This is the 2024 Honda CR-V Hybrid Sport L. Is it the best hybrid crossover? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're at Holmes Honda to give you the information to answer that question based on what's presented in the video. If you want to know more about this model, check out the link down in the description of the video. And as far as your front end goes, you're going to find that flickering effect, that's not really happening. Some people ask about that. You see it in a lot of YouTube videos. That has to do with my camera, not the vehicle itself. So it's not really happening. Everything is LED here as far as your headlights and your daytime running lights go. Now you won't find fog lights down here on the lower portion of the bumper. I know that's something a lot of you would like to see. Keep telling Honda about that and maybe that will happen in the future. We will find active air curtains right here as far as the front end goes. That's this area right here that allows air to flow through the front end and improve aerodynamics. We also have a combination between the upper grille being gloss black and the lower grille and lower portion of the bumper down there that is going to be a matte finish. A nice combination. This model does come in front wheel drive, but all wheel drive is available. Tire and wheel size will be 235 on your width. That's going to be this area, 60 series sidewall wrapped around those gloss black 18-inch wheels. And how about safety features? Adaptive cruise control, collision mitigation braking, road departure mitigation braking, lane keeping assist, and traffic jam assist. And when we work our way up here to the side view mirrors, you're going to find the gloss black finish on your mirror caps. They are manually folding, so you can manually fold those back and forth if you need to. Turn signal indicators are built in. They're power adjustable, they're heated, and you do have the blind spot information system right there. And how about your remote? There is your remote. Remote start is there. It is a proximity key. You do have the walk-away auto lock feature. You can make several different settings to that. There's a couple of settings to how that works. We'll have the body-colored door handles. This is platinum white. The interior is black. You have the roof rails up there. They just give it a little bit nicer look, at least in my opinion. The rear roof spoiler right here and the shark fin antenna finish things off nicely as far as that area goes. And here on the rear, LED lighting finishes off the lighting of the vehicle, LED tail lights. And I do like the fact that you have what appear to be exhaust outlets back here. So those are definitely going to get the job done. They're not actually real, they're not functional, but it does look nice. It's better than just nothing at all, at least in my personal opinion. Speaking of exhaust, let's talk about what's under the hood. For those of you who are saying, Tom, I really want to buy a 2024 Honda CR-V, but I do not want a turbocharged engine under the hood. Just not a fan of turbochargers. This is your only option for this generation of the CR-V. It's a naturally aspirated 2-liter 4-cylinder. It's going to be mated to 2 electric motors, combined horsepower 204, combined torque will be 247, mated to an eCVT. Well, let's talk about MPGs. We're going to have 43 city, 36 highway, 40 combined, and 2.5 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. You do have capless fuel fill. When the vehicle is locked, the interior is locked, then the gas door will also be locked. I know that's good for a lot of people's peace of mind. I can't blame you for that. That is going to be a 12-gallon gas tank. If you're shopping between the two different versions of the CR-V and you're wondering what are the differences in cargo capacity, well, if you go non-hybrid, you're looking at 36.6 to 76.5 cubic feet of cargo capacity. In the case of the hybrid version, such as what we're looking at today, you're looking at 39.3 up to 76.5 cubic feet. You'll lose just a small amount of space because you won't be able to change the positioning of the floor right here. That makes a difference. So that's what we have where that's concerned. You will have your fold-down rear seats here to maximize cargo space. There is some nice bright cargo lighting back here in the rear area. We'll also have the hangers right there for grocery bags or whatever else anybody wants to put back here, and a 12-volt power outlet. Now, the only other thing that's missing here besides the fog lights that a lot of you desire is a spare tire. Just something to keep in mind. There is a tire repair kit that the vehicle comes with. And let's talk about what your rear seat passengers will find as far as the armrest goes. Well, I put my arm up there. It actually does seem to be pretty comfortable. We can give the thumbs up on that, I think. Black interior. Tell me what you think about that. There's some people who like it, some people who don't. It is broken up nicely by the orange contrast stitching. I do like that. You have a door bin here, a bottle holder, a little bit of space back here. So there's space in that area that will definitely help out with smaller items. And because I know some people say we want to see how much recline the seats have, here's what you have with the rear seats. Obviously, the left-hand side right here, or on your right, but the driver's left is going to be reclined back, and then the right side over there is going to be in its upright position. So you can see the difference between the two. There actually is a decent amount of recline built in. We also have the rear seat pocket, only a singular rear seat pocket. Would you like to see a seat pocket on both seats? It would help a little bit with more storage space. But one thing that I know everybody will be happy about, not only do you have air conditioning vents on the rear of the center console, you also have USB ports. So all of that is going to be there. Also the fold down armrest. I always have to say, I wish more automakers and even Honda themselves would do this on all of their vehicles, because if you have rear seat passengers and there's just two of them and they put a drink or two in the drink holders right here, well, they can still use the fold down armrest as an armrest. Normally, you have a different design here as far as where the drink holders are. If you put something up here, well, then it's kind of hard to use as an armrest because then the drinks are in the way. That would be good to see in more vehicles, at least in my personal opinion. And we'll also find a sunroof here. Now, this is a conventional size sunroof. It does tilt and slide open. Tell me what your thoughts are on sunroofs. I know in my opinion, I'd rather not have a sunroof at all. Some people want panoramic, some people want conventional size. Tell me what your thoughts are. One of the top things that will make any vehicle the best is the price. So tell me what you think. $38,855 is what we have here. Let's see what else you get for that price beyond what we've already seen. The armrest on the front door is going to be just as comfortable as what was on the rear. It's just going to be a little bit more spacious, a little longer, so a little more real estate there, and definitely a larger door bin area. So for those who like the largest door bins, well, there's what you need to do. Call Shotgun or grab the remote from the driver, and then you'll have the largest door bin. Power seats for the driver and the passenger, both are heated. The passenger seat is a 4-way adjustable seat. The driver's seat is 10-way adjustable. We'll hop inside here and take a look into what I like to call the wheel lock key box, because you'll never find gloves in what is traditionally called the glove box. This model does come with wheel locks. If you need to change a tire, the wheel lock is in here, or the wheel lock key, I should say, is in here. And more connectivity here, USB options and a 12-volt power outlet, and also a wireless charging pad. It looks like, maybe not. I was going to say we might be able to squeeze in a second wireless charging pad right here, but actually I don't think we could. But it would be nice to see more vehicles that offer 2 wireless charging pads in the front seat area. Your conventional style shifter, the lack of a push button shifter should make a lot of people happy, because that just doesn't seem to be as popular with most people. It does have its advantages when you have a push button shifter, especially if you have cup holders over here and the shifter over here, because the shifter's not in the way of where your drink would be. So there are advantages to that, maybe some beyond that. Here's your drive mode selector. Hill Start Assist, your power parking brake and brake hold mode. You will also find the cup holders that are not going to be an issue when it comes to the shifter at all with this model. By the way, you do have the orange contrast stitching on the shifter boot right there. A little bit of space in front of the center console. Now, this center console does sit up decently high, enough to probably be used as an armrest depending on your height. It is there. Could it stand to be a little bit higher? Maybe so, just to be as an armrest, but I think it depends on who you are and where your seat is positioned. There is plenty of space within the center console for storing more items. And as far as the upper console goes, here's how you're going to control the functionality of the sunroof that I mentioned earlier, tilt and telescopic. or excuse me, that's the steering wheel. Tilt and sliding open. Let's get that right. Somebody would have corrected that if I hadn't heard myself, but I'm sure you can laugh and it's okay. It's good to laugh if you made it to this point in the video. There is your sunglass holder. That's always a good thing to have. And now we're going to take a look at what I think is the most important area for most of you watching this video, the driver's seat. On the driver's side door, you'll find everything you likely expect to find. The controls for all 4 windows. You can lock those windows if you want to, or unlock them. The same with the doors, and the controls for your power adjustable heated side view mirrors. Now, one thing you won't find for sure on the passenger side is seat memory. There are 2 different settings there. You can turn traction control on and off right here, control the functionality of the power tailgate right there. And here is where we can talk about tilt and telescopically adjustable. The steering wheel, drop that lever and you can make adjustments to the steering wheel if you so desire. We'll reach over here and hit our push button start. Everything starts up and there is the digital display. A very nice modern looking display. You can actually go in and make some changes to that if you so desire to do so. Let's go in here and take a look at a couple of things as far as some of your different features and functionality go. It's nice to know that if you want to, you can use so many different features. By the way, there's one we don't usually talk about, driver attention. That is on these models. So that's always good to know. And you can see what else is here as far as all of these features go. Now, your steering wheel, it's comfortable, seems to be good enough to get the job done. It's not too thick. I think everybody's hands will fit around that with absolutely no problem whatsoever. And then you have your steering wheel mounted controls here. You can see what is what where that is concerned. Well, right here on the left-hand side of the steering wheel, a little bit early, trying to get my brain and tongue working together. There is the control for the headlights and taillights to turn those on. And then this. Some of you know what that is and some of you don't. I'm going to leave it in the air for you to figure that out in case you didn't know. I actually have a tutorial on my YouTube channel here to tell you what that lever is all about. Right here, well, I probably don't have to tell you anything about this because you actually do use your windshield wipers and your rear window wiper. At least most people seem to. But that's what that lever is for. And the 9-inch touchscreen, and again, that flickering effect that you see right there, that has to do with my camera. That is not actually happening in real time. This is the 9-inch screen. When people watch my Honda Pilot videos, they'll often say that the screen is too small at 9 inches. What do you think about this screen size for the CR-V? You can go into your vehicle settings and make a lot of different changes, depending on what you need to do. You can see what is here. If your power tailgate is not opening, here's how you can do this. Here's how you can fix that problem. So come right here to power open by outer handle. We'll go right here. If it's not working, then it's going to be on off. Now you can manually open that regardless. So that's good to know, but you might need to turn it to on and fix that feature if necessary. You do have your power flow meter right here that's going to let you know what's going on with the vehicle. If you go into reverse, you get the multi-view rear view cameras. Now, I don't know how many of you have cross-shopped maybe the CR-V and the Pilot, but if you look at the Pilot Elite and Trail Sport, you have a lot more than 3 camera views. You have a front view camera, you have the trail cam on the Trail Sport, you also have the side view mirror cameras. Would you like to see that available here on the CR-V? And then you're going to have the heated seats, 3 different settings there. It would be nice to have ventilated seats and your dual zone climate control. And how about the driving modes? Talked about that earlier in the video. Here's what we have. There's normal, there is sport, econ, and snow. A lot going on here to really help out in a multitude of ways, in a multitude of driving situations. And we'll get out on the road for a quick test drive. And as we get started, I do want to go back and cover one thing I forgot about, which is the fact that you have wireless capabilities for your cell phone. So you don't have to use a USB cable to pair your phone to the infotainment screen. You do have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay compatibility. I want to make sure I cover that because I know that is important to a lot of people. And something else that is important to, I think, all of us, with a daily driver at least in most cases, is ride quality. You won't be disappointed in the ride quality of the CR-V. It's a very comfortable ride. The seats seem to be comfortable for the time that I spend in them, which is not a lot. It would be nice to maybe take a 2 or 3 hour road trip and see how things go at that point. But if, for those of you who have done that in a 2023 or 2024 Honda CR-V Hybrid, what has the experience been like? Tell me what your thoughts are down in the comments, since you actually have some of that experience that I don't. And acceleration is really good. Not necessarily looking for high performance capabilities out of this model, but when you need to get up and go and get up to highway speeds and move around slower moving traffic, well, you can definitely do that. It's not a problem. There's plenty of power here for taking care of the things that you need to take care of in every situation that you're likely to encounter with your CR-V, unless you're out racing somebody, and then that might be a little bit different. But how many people are out street racing their CR-Vs, or even at the drag strip for that matter? If you do, I'd love to see that on video. That would be very interesting to see. The thing I like here is that the technology is very easy to learn and very easy to use. You have a nice modern look. That's a good thing. And then you also have the ease of just use and ease of learning. So you really can't go wrong in this situation. You can customize a lot of things to what it is you want it to have as far as your safety features go and how they operate. You can even turn some of that off if you want to. And one thing I know I've had a lot of people talk about in the past is that some of the previous Honda models, especially with your lane keeping assist, it was almost too aggressive in some cases. You won't find that here with the CR-V. Everything seems to be very well balanced. It doesn't seem to be too much. I think that's a good thing. Overall, a very enjoyable vehicle to drive. You still get your great fuel economy. For those of you who are looking for that out of a hybrid version, you're saying to yourself, you know, I really want something that will give me good economy on the road as far as fuel goes, but I'm not interested in going full EV. Well, this is definitely a good place to go. Maybe you don't even want to go plug-in hybrid. Here's a really good option for you. Okay, tell me what you think. Is the 2024 Honda CR-V Hybrid Sport L the best hybrid crossover SUV? Tell me what your thoughts are down in the comments section. And don't forget, if you want to know more about this particular model, to check out the link down in the description of the video to the Holmes Honda website. If you want to know about other vehicles, you can use that as well to get to the rest of their inventory. I do want to say a special thanks to my friends here at the dealership for loaning me this CR-V for the day, and also a special thanks to each and every one of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That helps me out a lot. If you haven't subscribed just yet, please consider doing so. That way you don't miss any future videos. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I will see you there.